All right, welcome back to another episode of the Black Bullion Show. Man, really interesting moves this morning. Now, we all thought the prices would remain elevated, but things quickly changed as traders, from what I could see, really influenced silver's move to the downside this morning with massive amounts of selling in SLV. But that's not to deny the fact that prices did rise higher after Powell made his statement from Jackson Hole regarding inflation. But we'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. But first, if you're new to this channel, please hit that big red subscribe button right down below. Also, please hit the like button. Helps to get this economic evangelism right on out there to the masses to bring more people into precious metals. Okay, guys, we're focusing on silver a bit more in this video, but let's set the scene for the day with this Kitco article entitled "Gold Price Down More Than 1% as Fed's Jerome Powell Scarifies Inflation for Economic Growth." So let's get into it. Gold prices have pushed back into negative territory as Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said that the central bank will let inflation pressures creep higher. In his much anticipated speech at the annual Jackson Hole Central Bank Summit, Powell said that the U.S. Central Bank will target average inflation and put emphasis on broad and inclusive employment. Looking at inflation, Powell said following periods when inflation has been running below 2%, appropriate monetary policy will likely aim to achieve inflation moderately above 2% for some time. Now, guys, this is pretty much what we expected from Jay Powell today. He started speaking around 9:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, I was watching the pre-market for SLV like a hawk today, and I'm sure many of you guys were as well. And many of you guys noticed that silver and gold were moving northward around that time. Now, as you can see here, for both gold and silver, we had a quick rise and a quick fall, pretty much like Icarus. And silver got really close to $28 an ounce, and SLV got really close to $26 per share. But it's hard to see here what that volume really looked like around those times. So I'm going to transition to a better looking graph so you guys can get an idea here. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to see the pre-market moves from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. when a lot of this action was happening. But if you go to my Facebook page using the link in the description, I actually took a screenshot from my Thinkorswim account so you guys can see that volume and just see that huge disparity between the volume in the pre-market to when things start to open. And it's pretty insane. So yeah, make sure you go there and click like on that page. But let's continue. So the peak occurred right around 9:15 a.m., which you unfortunately can't see here, and things slowly turned. Now, when the market opened, almost immediately, we got massive carnage in SLV. Now, you can see this here. Look at this huge volume spike, and look at the prices dipping. Now, as you can see here, volume just poured in. And pretty much since last Friday, this was the highest peak in volume that we had. Again, unfortunately, you can't see the pre-market volume here, but the volume that led to this price, led to the price spike before this decline, paled in comparison to the volume that you see here, that you see leading to the price decline. Actually, I'm going to say that one more time because that might not make any sense. But the volume that we had leading up to the price spike paled in comparison to the volume that you see here leading to the price dropping. That's better. So why did the price drop? Well, people wanted to make money. That's pretty much the simplest way that I can put it. Now, yes, disappointing as it was to see that rise and fall, it definitely isn't enough to scare me away from silver at all. From CNBC, we got This article stating another million apply for jobless benefits as the Roni's economic toll rises. Now, jobless claims came in for last week. We continue to have 1 million claims put in for unemployment benefits. Now, take a look at this graph here. The last 2 weeks of March saw the initial spikes in unemployment claims, with the last week seeing the highest spike pretty much during this period. Now, here's the interesting thing. What I haven't heard a lot of people talk about is that unemployment benefits for most states only last 6 months. So we may start seeing people lose unemployment altogether by the end of September, possibly, most likely beginning at the beginning of October. Now, all that to say, there are some concerns here, especially when you consider the consumer confidence index anticipating worse times ahead, and that colleges are experiencing upticks in cases, and even more pressure from students and parents are being applied to colleges. Just check this out right here. Now, I typed in students suing colleges, and what you'll find is that there are a lot of cases here regarding that. Take a look here. Yale student sues university claiming online courses were inferior, seeks tuition refund, class action status. As colleges move classes online, families rebel against the cost. Colleges are asking students to sign agreements about the dangers of the Roni's before returning to class. Campus workers sue UNC university systems, cite unsafe conditions due to the Roni's. So you got a lot of this happening here as well, which I'm sure will just continue to, galvanize into a fever pitch that we'll likely see play out possibly in September, maybe in October as well, but we'll see. So yes, today was a pretty rough one for silver and also for gold. But overall, it's just one day within this massive massive malaise that we're currently experiencing right now in the world. So we'll see how things proceed in the coming days. But everyone, that was your Thursday. Again, if you're on Facebook, follow me there by using the link in the description. I post the videos there, but I also post additional things there as well. So if you're on there, definitely follow that page. And let me know what you guys think about what happened today with silver and what you think also happened as well. This is just from what I'm seeing from my perspective, but let me know why you think the prices dropped today as well. All right, guys, thanks again. It's Black Bullion.